This is Personal SEO Teaches how to use a constant contact email blurb and embed it into an iHome Finder OmniPress website. And so I'm doing this, and this was a struggle for me, so I thought that you guys would, anyone watching would like to know this information. So I have two monitors, and you're going to see me kind of bounce back a monitor in and out. That is just so that you could see that I'm working on this website. I'll show you what I'm doing there, and then I will move things off. So the first thing that you need to do is bring up Notepad. And there's a section of code in this that you need. So all of this code right here, this actually needs to go inside of the website in a certain way for it to display, I would say, somewhat correctly. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to look exactly like you have right here, but in my estimation, it's good enough. So Kathy, we're doing this for Kathy Schroeder in Parkland, and she sent me an email with all of her constant contact information. So I've done a couple, and I'm going to walk you through the whole entire process so that you can repeat the process if you have constant contact. So this is the next one that I am working on, and I'm going to close these tabs because I love tabs, and you'll see why in a second. The very first thing you need to do is just pull this up in a browser, right click, and then hit view page source. Now in my circumstance, I'm doing multiple of them, so I am using Notepad or Notepad++, it doesn't matter, either one if you have it, or whatever is for a Mac. So what I'm doing here is I'm going through the code and I'm looking for this line called style ID, stylus head, blah, blah, ignore. And anything from this dot, line 33, the dot, and then I'm going to go all the way down to where the end of the style is. And you could see that right here where it has this slash and end of the style. So I've highlighted all that information, right click, hit copy, drag it over to Notepad, and then Control A, select all, delete, Control V, and there is the code. This is important because all of the styling for this website here is actually all of that code. You have to do this when you're sending code through email. All the styling has to be there. The next thing I do is I right click here and then I hit save image. I'm just going to save that image to my desktop or to your downloads, that's fine. And we're going to go back to the source one more time. And I have this tab open. And then we're going to scroll down and look for where it says body. So body is right here. And then we're going to go all the way down to the bottom to where the end of body is, and then we're just going to right click on that and choose copy. Okay, so now I'm going to drag over this website. So here is her WordPress website. Let me shrink the window so you can see the entire thing. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to add a title. I'm going to go here and back over there, drag this over there, and what we're doing is we are doing March 2021 Parkland market trends. Okay, and when you're doing posts, it doesn't matter if you're doing any website, you need to put the post inside of a category. Uncategorized cannot be deleted by default in WordPress. Never use uncategorized, actually use a category. And make sure everything inside of the category is pertaining to that category. So in other words, if this was an post about buyers, you would create a buyers category. You would not just throw buyers information inside the market trends. It doesn't make sense. And also only add one post to one category. Do not add 50 categories and one post to all categories. You will create duplicate content. All right, now I'm going to add a featured image. Upload a file, select the file, show the folder, there's the file. Okay, so that's that image that I saved. If it doesn't show up, it's totally fine. Just hit set featured image, and then the image magically appears. Now we're going to click on use the Divi builder, insert a column, full width, insert a module, code. This is where it gets fun. All right, so remember I have copied all of this information, so yeah, all of the actual code information, I hit Control C a while ago. So now I'm just going to either right click and choose paste or hit Control V. That is all of the code that makes the website work, except for the styling. Now I'm going to click on Advanced, go down to Main Element, and now my handy dandy notepad's going to come in. I'm going to hit Control A and Control C and paste it into the main element. Then hit Save. That's going to style everything inside of the code. And I know you CSS junkies out there. I know it's not going to be perfect. Since I'm doing multiple of them, I don't have time to go back in and change everything. And I don't necessarily want to add all of this CSS into the code of Divi. And the reason for that is because Divi uses the same callout names such as padding left, footer, table. I don't want to use this information because it will eventually cause a conflict of inside Divi and throughout the entire website. So I just want to apply that styling to this piece of code. The next thing for SEO purposes, I'm just going to highlight the title, pop it into the phrase, edit the snippet. I already have the title, and in some stances you can use the expert, but I'll just take the expert out and go from there. If you have more time, then what you could do is grab some content and then paste it in the meta description. There you go. There, now it's green. There's some content, and then hit publish. Okay, and then I'm going to right click on it and hit open in a new tab. And then here's the tab that it loads. As I said, this is not an exact approximation. However, in my mind, it is close enough, especially if you are just trying to get all of the items that were in your constant contact into your WordPress website as content. So this will all show as content. Yes, this is like content, but it'll all show as content. Another trick that might be really annoying is that you notice that on this post, I don't have a big, large picture. And Divi will automatically throw the featured image at the top of the post, and that's kind of annoying, and I'll show you how to get rid of that fairly quickly. So if you go to Divi and then Theme Options, go to Layout, and then right here, Place Thumbs on Post. So I'll enable this and hit Save, and then refresh, and then you will see the featured image on top of, so here's the featured image on top of the actual post. I kind of find that annoying, so if you go back to Theme Options in the background, so back to the dashboard, the Divi, Theme Options, and then to the Layout tab, and then disable Place Thumbs on Post, hit Save Changes again, then hit refresh, the image will go away. This does not take the image off of a category page at all. So when you have your category page, so for example, I'll go right here. It still shows the featured image and then lists some of the content. So it's a great way to add a featured image to each of your pages without having to have it on the post itself. So thank you for watching. Have a nice day. This is Personal SEO, teaches how to migrate constant contact emails into a iHomeFinder OmniPress website using Divi. Have a good day.